Well, hello, my beautiful Aries. Welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career and money reading for the end of January right through the end of February 2025. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts, or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. Also, just to make you aware, I've just opened up a competition for one subscriber to win a free personal reading from me, but I'll let you know how to win that a little bit later on because some people are here just for the reading and I don't like to waste anyone's time. So let's get straight to it. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know regarding their career situation and their finances at this time? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of the next 6 weeks? Can you please guide them? What are they meant to kind of prepare for, shall we say? We got the tree there. We've got lilies. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? Well, I can see that a lot of you, of course, are focused on your wealth. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that, but the tree is all about wealth. It's about your finances. It's about long-term security. And of course, I feel a lot of you are focusing a lot more on your working environment and your health and making sure that you have a healthy cutoff point. I feel a lot of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to branch out in your business. But let's get to all of the cards first before I can connect to a full energy. I mean, a lot of you, this is more about doing something that you love, okay? It's about following your heart, following your bliss. It's basically trying to keep things fresh so that you don't get bored with routine, looking for more avenues to be kind of spontaneous in your working environment. And I feel a lot of you are looking at the nature of your industry, whatever it is that you're working in right now, and the changeability. I feel a lot of you, there are some rules, regulations, or policies changing in your industry. You could also feel that the way things are run or conducted are changeable at this time, and you're trying to secure your position in an ever-changing market. I mean, economically, globally, things are shifting and changing. We will see some volatile energy economically, but it will plateau. So, you know, these things, when they go down, they always go up again, and vice versa. You have a lot of cups in your reading and a lot of coins. So this is about making your dreams become reality. Anything you can see in your mind, you're making it materialize on the physical plane. So I'd say here that you're sticking to your plans. We got the 2 of coins there as well. Interesting. A lot of you, if you haven't built a second stream of income yet, I see a lot of you visualizing, an idea that perhaps you're not so sure about. You're a little bit uncertain as to how it's going to go. But if you're launching something that brings in second streams of income, I see actually that it's going to do very well. It'll bring in a nice sort of plateau of extra finances. You have 2 cards of duality there at the end of the month. So if you're launching something, because a page can be new energy, especially if you're an entrepreneur, I definitely see here second streams of income. And I feel, although things are changeable in the industry, or there is some sort of competition, because I see a competitive environment here that you work in, I feel actually people really like your product or service or whatever it is that you do. A lot of you with the clouds energy, this is of the air, of course. It could be something you do online. So it could be that, you launch something online and it brings in a stable amount of money. You're going to have a nice surprise with that, is what I see there, but it will fluctuate. Okay, so it could be, that if you're like an influencer, for example, and you have a certain amount of people watching you, it could be that one day there's going to be a lot of people watching and it's going to go viral, and then the next day it'll plateau, and then the next day it'll dip a little bit until you sort of like do something else, for example. So it is changeable, but it's stable. because I feel it's a nice amount of money that's coming on in. So if you're an entrepreneur and you deal with some sort of, partnership, could be a social media partnership there, I feel like there are lots of avenues for you to create more wealth, and you're going to, have two solid pots of income there. Okay. So I'm just going to move away from that energy and apply it to like everybody else that I've got coming through. I mean, Six of Pentacles, this is your outcome energy, and the Two of Coins there. So I feel like this is about, the sort of money that you get per month. So if you're in a constant job right now, I feel money is going to flow in, of course, and it's then going to go out in the bills. The Two of Pentacles is to move money around. So it could be that you're going to save a little bit, put some in your 401k. Perhaps for some of you, it could be that you are, diversifying your portfolio, acquisitions, stocks, shares. Some of you are just paying bills as well. It's just, Two of Pentacles can be easy come, easy go, juggling the bills, things like that. But the Six of Pentacles tells me that there is a nice financial surprise. Some of you may actually win something. Some of you may actually be in alignment for a bonus. This may be something that you hear about, okay? But because the clouds is the overarching energy, I would say it's not fully formed yet, or it's changeable. It's up for debate. But I do see that you get it. So if you work in an industry where you typically get a bonus at some point in the year, I feel like this is something that, it's up for debate at this moment in time, but it will materialize. It is something that you will be offered or given, shall we say. Now also, if you're currently out of work and you're looking for a new role, I do see one coming on in actually, and it feels very much like you're returning to an industry that you used to love. You may even migrate skills that perhaps you can really grow in the role and utilize, but there's something going on with the clouds energy. So it could mean that, when you start this position, at first you're like, oh my gosh, do I really want to be here? But because we have the Six of Pentacles here, I feel it's like, give it time, because whenever we start something new, it can feel really overwhelming, getting to know people's names, the new layout of an office, if it's office-based, or maybe getting your head around computer systems. Sometimes when you're launched into something very new, at first it can feel like, oh my gosh, I'm never going to get the hang of this. But actually, I feel that you really make an impact in this industry, and you're going to really thrive in it, and you're going to increase your finances as well. I feel there is like a shift where you move into a different role within, I would say within 6 months of you being in this new environment. And I feel like your status will increase as well as your finances, because you're so good at what you do. So that's coming through there as well. So if you're looking for a role, if you haven't heard news about one already, I feel it's not too far away, because this is for basically the end of January into February, and we're now at the end of January, and you've got a Page of Cups. So you're going to get some news that you really love, and it's regarding a solid opportunity. A portal is opening up for you. But as I said, right at the end of February, you're going to be like, okay, how am I doing? Do I love it? Do I not love it? You're going to feel a little bit changeable about it. You may feel it's a very fast-paced environment. It's almost like an environment where the goalposts, they kind of move all the time. So it's kind of nice because it keeps things flexible. That Two of Pentacles indicates, flexibility, being in the rhythm of something or getting into the rhythm of something. And you're going to do a lot of multitasking, but you will get into the flow of it. And you really are going to make a difference in this industry. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there with a lot of respect and get into the majority energy. If you're in a role already, this can indicate that you're focused on your finances, but also looking for long-term security in an ever-changing working environment right now. Now, because the clouds is there, some of you, there may have been some redundancies made in your industry, or you may see branches closing, or you may just see lots of like news stories, for example, about the economy, and you're just feeling a little bit nervous. I mean, looking at your energy, this is your protagonist energy. You're in a really great position right now. And, this is about growing in your industry and expanding. So whether you work in a company, whether you work for yourself, this is all about expansion, and this is what you are all about in the month of February. This is you taking things to the top, and I feel some of you may have to make a major decision at the end of February there, and you may be a little bit uncertain as to which avenue you choose, but ultimately I feel the universe comes along to give you a major sign and give you a nudge. And in the water right now, I'm seeing, like an old-fashioned typewriter random, okay? I mean, this could be connected to writing a book, for example, or writing a document, or I mean, it could be a logo or literally a sign. It could be that you are trying to make a decision on something and you're mulling up your options and you're kind of like, okay, you think about one option and you're like, okay, that's nice. But then you think about another option, you think that's equally nice. And then suddenly you see a typewriter or a logo of an old-fashioned typewriter, and it could be a sign, a literal sign from the universe to say, well, there you go. That's the one I'm going to nudge you towards. So just pay close attention to that. Always follow your intuition. Very important. You will know the one to choose or the decision to make, okay? We do have longevity, health, growth, ancestry, past life, deeply rooted, expansion, and slow. Now, of course, slow and steady wins the race, okay? And you have a lot of pentacles here, which means you're really invested in your career sector, you're structured, you're productive, you're serious about making an impact. And I see that you are working towards increasing your finances, you know. I feel that you're deeply embedded or rooted in something right now, or you're really focused on something and you are building your empire. And I feel a lot of you are looking at whether you feel happy in your current working circumstances, and you're looking at reciprocity because you do have the Two of Pentacles there, but you also have the Six of Cups and you have the Six of Coins. Now, this means, you know, that you are kind of like looking at reciprocity, all the effort that you put into something, is it worth it? And if not, some of you, not all of you, but some of you may be putting your resume out there or have thought about it, but have felt a little bit nervous, feeling that perhaps the job market is a little bit unstable or oversaturated right now. And you may be feeling like, well, may as well stay where I am, as opposed to jump out there and perhaps, you know, not find an opportunity that is right for you. But I feel the universe actually sends you something that you're like, whoa, this is it. So some of you, the decision you may have to make in the month of February is that you're in a position and, you know, looking at the energy, I feel like, you know, you love a lot of what you do, but there may be like factors outside of yourself right now that have been making it a little bit challenging. For example, you've got the Four of Cups. Some of you may have felt like you've hit a plateau, or you're kind of bored with routine, for example. Got the Three of Cups, no support, office politics. Perhaps you are carrying a heavy load and other people are not pulling their weight. So there could be circumstances outside of you right now that you don't perhaps like about your position, and you're wondering, should you leave? So it could be just that you're searching, you know, but the clouds energy, it indicates that some of you are a little bit uncertain as to whether you should take a leap of faith. But with the Six of Pentacles, that often indicates a surprise from the universe. So it could be a dream job offer coming in out of the blue, completely from left field. And you're like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking about a role that I really want. And suddenly you've manifested it. And now you got to make a decision as to whether you go for it. I definitely see a lot of you maybe going for the interview for it. And there is strong competition for it. But looking at the energy, I feel in the month of February, it could be that you interview twice for it. I feel it gets down to 2 candidates. I mean, the energy I'm being given is it's offered to you, okay? But February, it seems to be about 2 candidates, okay? So let me just pull a quick card on that. If that's you, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay, yeah, so there's the Five of Wands. There's the competition energy. Okay. Fate says it's yours. Okay, we've got the Five of Wands, which is competition, rivalry, but it also indicates that, you know, perhaps it's between 2 candidates because people in-house cannot decide, okay? And I feel the majority want to hire you. If you're going for an interview, 10 of Cups, you're going to be truly happy. This is going to be something that benefits you and your family or soul tribe. It also indicates a dream opportunity, feeling fulfilled. It ticks all the boxes. It's got everything that you want. You'll feel very peaceful in this environment. Also, there's good fortune that goes along with that. I mean, it's highlighting, look, Wheel of Fortune, this is destined for you. You're destined for the role. It's your destiny to literally be in this position and change your life. It's going to be very fortunate. Ace of Swords, you're going to get that communication and be offered a new role in this environment. I feel the job is yours. So I feel also with that Page of Wands energy, this is your desire for a new adventure and to keep things spontaneous. And this new role, I feel like it's very fast paced. You're going to enjoy that. And it really feels like no 2 days are the same. Okay. I feel like every day is different. That's what I'm picking up there as well. So if you're interviewing, I feel like the people interviewing you, they may may play a little bit of hardball, okay? So if you're like, oh my gosh, they didn't like me, or they were really like cold, okay? Because that Five of Wands can be, it was a challenging interview. Hold your own. Just be your wonderful self. Your credits and your talent actually speak for itself, but also they want to know if they really enjoy you as a person to work with, or also can you be fazed by difficult characters or people, you know, just being a little bit cold. Don't let it put you off your A game, because you're going to breeze this interview and you deal with it in a very professional manner, okay? So I feel like you don't allow it to be personal in this, and I feel this is something that also puts you apart of everybody else, okay? So that's coming through there as well. But for everyone else, the Page of Cups is basically about submerging yourself in something that you love doing. A lot of you, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're having wonderful new ideas and you're thinking about starting something new or even branching out in a different arena. It could be connected to something that you already do because you have so many sixes here. So there's some sort of tangible link. So for example, if you are working in an industry where you're an architect, for example, it could be that you're working on an architectural project, right, where you're doing up all the plans for a building, and maybe you work like in construction where there's always like retail buildings that you're erecting, for example, and then suddenly someone comes towards you and says, hey, would you help me design my house? And you're like, okay, it's linked to what you do and it's definitely linked to your talents, but retail properties and residential properties are different. So it could be something like that. And I'm just giving you that as an example, not to pinpoint any particular kind of industry. But the Page of Cups, this is an offer. This is something coming on in that you are going to be very excited to grab with both hands. Okay. Now, I also feel like there's a toast here because the Page of Cups rarely has two cups. Okay, it's only one cup, but this card actually has two. So I feel a lot of you, this is an energy of you celebrating something or someone wanting to celebrate with you. But also, I'm being given this energy of someone offering you like an opportunity that you feel you cannot turn down. Okay, but it's something that you will mull over. It's not something you're going to rush into, is what I see there. So it could be that someone from your past, Six of Cups, or someone you used to work with asks you if you want to come on board a project. For some of you, especially if you're a freelancer, this could be, someone you used to work with or you have links to regarding a previous project. And they may reach out and say, hey, I really loved working with you last time. Want to come on board this project? It's this money. I feel the money has increased slightly. Okay, only by a little. And even if you work in a company, I feel some of you will have an increase in your finances, maybe in alignment with inflation. For example, this is February. I feel it's more tipping into March for that energy. But also I feel, if you work for a company, there is talk of a bonus, okay? And if you are a freelancer, this could be that this job that you get, it actually helps you with the next one as well. It kind of sets you up with the next one. It's almost like I'm being given this energy of two jobs in one, okay? I don't really understand what I'm being given here with that energy, two jobs in one. So it's almost like a calling card. You do one job and as an extension, you get another one. May not even be with the same person. It could be that you are in a group of people and they really love your work ethic. And then they say, hey, we want to work with you on this other project. So please take it as it resonates. For some of you, this could materialize that you're in a role and you're headhunted, okay? Two jobs in one. So it's some of you second streams of income, perhaps. Maybe you're doing a specific job that has a certain role, but there's two branches to it and you're making different sets of money. Maybe it's two companies, for example. I'm not really sure what I'm being given, but I'm just being given two jobs in one. So that's coming through there as well. But the Six of Cups indicates, you're going to love both and don't spread yourself too thin. Sixes tend to mean an offer or something from the universe sent as a gift. Okay, so I feel... Thanks so much. I'm so grateful. At the end of February into March time, of course, it's not quite your birthday season by then, but I'm being given this energy of you getting a gift. So it could be an early birthday gift, for example, for some of you, or it could be you being given a gift of appreciation, a token perhaps of someone recognizing that you go above and beyond in your working environment. I mean, on a personal level, it could be that you go into a coffee store because you've got so many cups here. It could be that, the person behind the counter offers you a free coffee, for example, because, you ask them how their day is going and they feel that suddenly you've noticed that they're actually a person and they're doing a job rather than people just coming to the counter and saying, I want a coffee. You didn't do my coffee right, or, that sort of thing. So it could be that, for example, but more than anything, because this is a career reading, I feel it's something connected to your career or your industry. So it could be a client reaching out to say, hey, great job. And word of mouth is actually going to draw more attention to you. Could also be that if you're online, for example, someone talks about your industry or your business or your product or services and directs people to your goods or services. So it could be that I'm seeing there. But also the Six of Cups is an energy of you kind of like being very nostalgic about your industry and looking at how it's changed. You have the clouds there, so it can indicate that you yearn to kind of like go back to the good old days, as it were. And I feel for some of you with the clouds there, I can't lie to you, the clouds is an ever-changing environment, but I do see that there will be a time in the future where things plateau and get back to some sort of resemblance, shall we say, of what you once knew in your industry. So things are going to take a turn for the better. But also with this Six of Cups, I feel some of you may reunite with a person that you used to work with, or perhaps this is someone you went to college with and you're going to discuss, where you're at in your industry. They may even have an offer or an opportunity or tell you about something that you start really thinking about or ruminating on and think, that would be a great money-making idea. So I feel there's some sort of connection with someone from your past. You may even have an email from an old boss that says, hey, don't suppose you're looking for a role, are you? Because I got one and it'd be great. And I think you'd be great for it. So it could be something like that as well that's coming through. But ultimately, the rest of you, I feel like it's about being in the flow. There is definitely, I would say, 2 opportunities coming on in here for you, because we've got the Six of Cups, Six of Coins, and the Two of Coins. So this can indicate both these cards are divine intervention from the universe to offer you something that is going to be lucrative or also, really emotionally fulfilling. There's always something being offered in those cards. So I would definitely say here that you may have to make a decision about something. For some of you, it could be that your boss or someone in your industry wants you to figurehead a project or take on a client, and you're like, you're a little bit unsure about it. Perhaps this person is really difficult, but actually I feel like you're really professional and you're up to the job. And you actually teach this person who's really challenging or difficult that respect in the working environment, or you're not doing business. So I feel like you manage to kind of tame this person in some way, or show them how you deal with clients and that you're not afraid to say, hey, no, I won't accept that, because you're valuing yourself. The tree indicates you know your value and your worth, and you're actually really established at what you do. You're talented, you're gifted, and you're not about nonsense. So I definitely see here that you're not looking for time wasters as well. But also I see on a personal level, you're being very productive, very focused and disciplined with your time. You're literally owning your time in February. And, perhaps that typewriter was about being on top of admin work. Perhaps, it's like business as usual, that you're in the flow of your duties and your responsibilities. And I feel like you are, basically... Yeah, I feel some of you, it's like you're established at something, you're really experienced at something, but because we have the page there, which can represent a new direction or a new project or a new purpose, us humans, we can have many purposes. This could be something that you're ruminating on because of the clouds there, something you're really thinking about. And we've got the lilies, but it's in the resistance position at first, which can indicate that you're looking at an industry that you're not so experienced at. And you may be migrating your skills or blending your skills or, utilizing your knowledge in order to kind of set something up in a new arena, but somehow it's connected or it requires the skills that you have in a very established role. And you may learn as you earn. It could be that you're, booking online courses or you're learning information in order to become more experienced at something before you really launch it. But either way, whatever it is, don't feel uncertain, because I feel, you're in a really stable position. I feel that actually you're doing a great job. And yes, money will fluctuate, because the Two of Pentacles indicates, of course, when your money comes in, you're going to be paying the bills. But that Six of Pentacles indicates it will be replenished. There will be more. And also a nice surprise from the universe. A resource is coming on in that will be very lucrative for you. For some of you, it's information. For some of you, it's a client. For some of you, it's a bonus or an increase in finances. So please apply it to your situation, because I really feel here, for some of you, there could even be like a rich benefactor or someone who sponsors you, sponsorship deal. It could be an association or an industry where they want to pull some finances into your work. For example, for some of you, looking at this energy, if you're very creative and you're doing a Kickstarter, for example, for a product or, a film or something that you are creating, I see that there's a nice pool of money coming on in and you will reach your target. For example, I'm just giving you lots of examples there. But this card, it will go into the upright there. So this is about wisdom. You have a lot of knowledge, and it's natural knowledge for the majority of you, but also there's acquired knowledge here as well. So you're informing yourself and building your empire through that. It says here, experienced, older person, long process, heritage. So a lot of you, with the clouds energy, some of you, if you've been in a career for a very long time, you may be thinking about retirement. Some of you may feel a little bit nervous about the pension pot that you've acquired. You may feel that the environment is ever changeable, and you may be feeling a bit nervous about to, retire. But I do see with that Six of Coins and the Two of Coins there, that money is going to keep on coming in, of course, but also I feel like you're in a really secure position and you will enjoy your retirement. It's always best to do your due diligence and, of course, get maybe a financial advisor or work out your sums and equations before you do it. But looking at the cards, I feel that, there's an energy of feeling unclear or perhaps doubt or hesitation, but the Six of Coins indicates the universe is going to give you lots of signs, but also is going to highlight to you where you are stable. So I feel like you're going to leave the month of February kind of knowing which decision you're making there. And some of you, I feel, especially if you're retiring, there's something creative that you naturally love doing. It's a hobby, and it's also something you can make money at, passive income. Because a lot of you, my beautiful Aries, whether you're thinking about retirement or whether you're in a long-term position, you're thinking about passive income. How can you kind of like create something that ticks over in the background? Because the clouds, unless we focus on the clouds, they're just doing their thing. They're in the background doing their thing, floating around, whizzing around, sometimes they're there, sometimes they're not. So I feel it's kind of like you creating something that perhaps could be just going on in the background without you noticing, but it fills your financial pot. This could be through real estate, or this could be through perhaps, a course of learning, because you have so many knowledgeable cards here. It could be that whatever you do in your industry right now, either you may think about writing a handbook. Maybe that's what the typewriter is about. Or perhaps you're writing a book about your legacy in your career or environment, or perhaps it's something that you went through, your experience that you may be writing down, and definitely it will inform your bank account with more money as you move into retirement, or even if you're not in retirement, it's just something that's ticking over in the background, sales, or something that people can download, for example, because I see a lot of you utilizing the internet with the clouds card. But you're someone who is super passionate and someone who is very gifted and talented there. And I see a lot of you, your reputation is very strong, and you're building, your reputation to the point where you're looking at the legacy that you leave in your industry. People will remember your name for whatever it is that you do, okay? And I feel like you're putting a stamp on something as well. Now, of course, the Saturn energy in this card can indicate that you're being really strict with yourself. You are limiting distractions, okay? Especially at the end of the month. So there may be something that pops up that has the potential to distract you. This could be through noise, for example, because I'm hearing lots of music. Not something that is, it's like, what do you call it? Instrumental music right now. It's like background music. So yeah, there's no specific song or tune that I can identify. So it could be that you are limiting distractions by listening to music, for example, headphones on, completely focused, or maybe there's some sort of construction work going on outside, or maybe some sort of refurb going on in your office. For some of you, if you work in an office, you may hear about an office move that seems a little bit up in the air at first. It will happen, but it may not happen for the time that they wanted it to happen for whatever reason. looking at Three of Cups, I feel that perhaps it's a busy time of year and they just feel it would kind of like really create a lot of chaos in the working environment. But it will happen is what I see there. And yeah, if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that you are thinking about moving location. For some of you, you may even decide to work from home for a little while because of some sort of distraction, but I feel it will level itself out. There's an energy here of spending time at home and spending time in the office. So it could be that you're splitting your time in the month of February there as well. Now, coming to the Four of Cups, it's in the resistance position, which actually means a new outlook, a new direction, or a new option. So if you've been feeling that you've hit a plateau, or you're feeling a little bit bored with a routine, for example, I feel new ideas, inspiration, but also new opportunities are coming towards you in the month of February that you really will grab with both hands. This highlights that, some of you are definitely going in a different direction or exploring your options where you can migrate your skills there, but also, if you know the Four of Cups, there's a cup offered from a very turbulent cloud. I want to highlight this to you because it's so relevant for your reading. I mean, a lot of you, where is the Four of Cups? Thank you so much. A lot of you already know what the Four of Cups looks like, of course, but my guides are highlighting that I must show it to you because of the nature of the cloud. It's a billowing dark cloud, and a hand from the universe comes basically in with a bigger cup than everything else that's laid out in front of the figure. And okay, I'm just being given that it's at the beginning, but I mean, this for me is the beginning, and then I'm like, is this the beginning of the deck? Let me just go here because I am being given it's at the beginning. But anyway, if you've been experiencing some sort of turbulence or challenge in your working environment, expect solutions, but also I feel some opportunity comes out of a challenge, okay? And I feel like you're going to really love it, whatever it is. And it's bigger and better than before. I would say don't be focusing on all the challenge or what is going on right now that is a little bit difficult. I would say keep your eyes peeled for opportunity. Sometimes something is sent to you as a silver lining, like a blessing in disguise. When first off it shows up, we're like, not really sure if I wanted that. But then suddenly you're like, oh, actually it can open all of these different doors. So I would say any new opportunities that come in February, really look at them, really dissect them and see how it can benefit you. As you can see, we've got that very turbulent cloud there. And you have the cloud there, and also Six of Coins. There is always a benefactor that represents spirit coming on in and giving an opportunity to one over the other. So I feel, again, you're being offered something that other people are not being offered in the month of February, and it's going to be something very rewarding and fulfilling. That's coming out there too. Now also we have the, this card really doesn't want to be kind of like picked up. Three Cups, but it's in the resistance position. So I have to mention it for some of you. There may be a person who's actually very inexperienced only because we've got the Lilies card in the resistance position. This person could cause some problem or issue or challenge in the working environment. Because the Three of Cups is in the resistance position, it tells me that this is someone who feels overwhelmed. They're trying to kind of like masquerade their inexperience, okay? So a lot of bluster with this person. This person, they feel like they know it all, but they're not actually offering any support to anybody. This is the person who wants to network around the office and talk and get to know people who are higher up because they feel that's their way in and that doors will open. But this person is actually being monitored is what I'm seeing there. And although other people may not see that this person is being monitored, I see that actually they'll be given an ultimatum and they'll step up, okay? They're not being, exited is what I see. I feel this person will be talked to behind the scenes and you'll notice their behavior change because they're brought down a peg or two. If you're an entrepreneur, this could be someone you hire who kind of like talks to you like they know it all and almost trying to dictate how you should run your business. Now, something to say about that. If someone's got an idea, that's great. Let them give you the idea. Let's explore it, talk about it together. Always great to have new ideas, fresh new people on board. It's important not to knock anyone down for their ideas. But of course, if they're condescending to you and suggesting that they know better and they're kind of being negative about how you're running your business, then of course I feel some of you are going to not pull rank, because I don't see any of those cards where you pull rank, but you kind of remind them in a very professional way that you know, you didn't come into this industry yesterday, that you are someone who is established, you've been in the industry for a long time, and actually you have a very successful business. And I feel, you know, eventually they'll realize they can learn a thing or two from you, okay? But I feel like what started off as trying to impress you crossed a line into a little bit of inexperienced ego, okay? So that's coming through there as well, so just watch out for that. Now, for some of you, the Three of Cups here and the Page of Cups, I would say through a third party, you may hear that someone in the working environment has a crush on you, okay? So if you are working for a company, you know, you could hear through the grapevine that, you know, there is someone who has feelings for you. I'm just going to pull a card on that. I feel looking at the outcome cards, you're not really sure about this person. So if it's not something you've thought about before, perhaps it's not someone you're interested in. But also, I'm just getting this energy for the majority of you. Whether you're an entrepreneur, this could also be someone in your industry who kind of tells you about a conversation they had with someone else and how they, you know, really have feelings for you, or they find you very attractive there. But also I'm being given this majority energy for all of you that through the grapevine you could hear about an opportunity to expand your business. So it could be that you're watching a reel online of how to expand your business, or there's someone talking about an idea that they've had and you're like, actually that's a really great idea. You don't actually take their idea, it kind of like spurns you off into thinking about something yourself, and you create a very original idea from that. Got Ace of Wands. Yeah, this person, oh, hello. Okay, so this person, I mean, the Two of Coins here with the Six of Coins, I mean, this could indicate you have options, okay? And for some of you, I feel like you are maybe physically attracted to this person, but I feel like you're looking for love. And I feel for some of you, I don't really talk about love in a career reading, but I would say that perhaps there's two people who are attracted to you. One is presenting as a soulmate. So if you're single, there's definitely one person that I feel has genuine feelings for you. The other person has genuine feelings, but it's more the physical nature is what I see there. So I feel like you're in demand. But when we bring this energy and these cards back to the reading, when it comes to career and money, I feel, you know, there's some options on the table for you. And you may have to decide. So it can be that, you know, if we bring it down to an energy where perhaps you don't want to leave your position, it could be that there's some projects available and one you're really excited to do and the other one you feel, you know, it's something you normally do, but you would rather do something else, but you still have to do both. For some of you, it could also be new projects coming on in. But I mean, I feel there's two offers here, two opportunities. One is transformative. I feel one is going to change the way you work and is very inspiring. And the Ace of Cups can indicate there's something here that, you know, is like a dream job opportunity that you're literally going to grab with both hands. I just feel like this is a really productive, but also full month of potential, shall we say. Also, with these two cards, it's the start. So if you are launching something, I feel like whoever is receiving your product or services, or for example, for some of you, it could be, you know, videos online or knowledge online. They're going to love it. And they're going to be a returning customer. They're going to be coming back or telling people about your vision or whatever it is that you do. Aces are gifted by the universe. And as I said, you had Six of Cups and you have the Six of Pentacles. Both cards are offers from the universe. And this is the hand of the universe coming on in to offer you something. Okay. And there's two. So I would say there's some real potential here for you to be offered two things that you absolutely love. You know, Ace of Cups is a fresh new start, nurturing energy. Your heart is open to opportunity. And of course, the Ace of Wands is a new creative venture, something that perhaps enlightens you, gives you a lot of power and a lot of energy and impetus to change how you do business. And for a lot of you, this is an important phone call or email or letter in the month of February there as well. Now, I also feel on a more kind of like basic level, some of you are going to hear of service providers that you've been with for years. They're going to be merging, okay? So it could be that if you're with a certain famous brand of internet provider service, you may hear that actually they're partnering up with a different company and they may change their name. That's coming through there. Also, for some of you, You may hear that your company that you work for is merging, or perhaps there is talk of a merge. Or if you're an entrepreneur, it could be, for some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, you could be thinking about selling your business, for some of you. And if you're thinking about selling your business, it's going to be very lucrative for you. I feel you're going to hold out for more because someone comes in with an offer that's definitely lower than you were hoping for. And I feel suddenly a third party enters the mix and they offer more. So that's really great as well. But your outcome energy, we have the clouds. I'm going to pull a card on this because this is a card of doubt. Okay, it says here doubt, hesitation, confusion, unclear, dark thoughts, negativity, and hidden. Now, the Six of Pentacles is actually hidden energy. It means suddenly, out of the blue, the universe sends you something that you will celebrate. So it could be that. I just want to pull a card on that clouds energy. If you are problem solving in the month of February, I feel like several solutions come towards you during the month. We've got the Page of Pentacles, job offer, the World. So one of these offers that comes in for you could mean that you have to leave something or end something behind. Again, some of you, as I said, you're thinking about retirement. You know, this is an end card, so it can indicate a cycle is coming to an end. For some of you, it's that, you know, you're wondering if you're going to get all your work done before you go on a vacation. Could be that you are, trying to tie up loose ends and perhaps, rush towards getting something done. Two of Pentacles tells me you're multitasking and you are very busy at the end of February there. But also Page of Pentacles is new money. It's an offer. So if it's not a job opportunity, it could be a raise that you're uncertain about whether you're going to get, but you're nicely surprised about it. The World card is a victory card, something coming full circle, being in the right place at the right time. But also, some of you, it could be that you're thinking about migrating your business overseas. You may feel that the industry you're in right now is changing, and perhaps so are the financial structures in the country that you work in, and you may feel that you get a better deal elsewhere. So it could be that you feel very unclear, but deep down you know that you need to make a decision or you need to make a move, and you're trying to find out like hidden information. It's almost like a clique or a hidden club where everybody kind of like finds the right person to help you structurally move your business overseas, but no one tells you the information. They say, yeah, buy this course or click online and we'll help you for a fee. And I totally get it. Knowledge is worth money, of course, but it could be that you actually meet someone who offers you this information for free. Always do your due diligence, okay? It could be someone who's just giving you advice. Always get a person who's qualified to help you set up financial structures in different countries because you don't want to misstep there. But if you're thinking about moving your business abroad, for some of you, it's going to feel very uncertain at first because it's something that's new. But ultimately, I feel like you're going to make the right decision. And there's more money financially in your pocket or in your business, shall we say. But the World card is a card of success. And it also indicates you're very goal-oriented. You're going to leave the month on top of your goals. You're going to hit your target. So if some of you have like a deadline, okay, I definitely see here that you will reach your deadline. Also, because we got the hidden card, I would say there is an energy here of like a hidden bill or a bill that comes out of the blue that you're like, what? It may be something that is a little bit more than you were expecting. I would say question it. Okay, 3 of Cups, I'm getting an energy of customer services. 4 of Cups, you're not going to be completely happy with the outcome, but they are going to rectify something about it. So I feel like whatever it is, you will replenish the finances, but you may have to like call up about it. For some of you, it could be that perhaps, if you have like a direct debit or a standing order, it could come out earlier than expected, okay? And it may put you into the red if you don't have the finances in there. Even though you've got a due date and it should be contractually stuck to that due date, could be something that comes out a little bit earlier. So that's coming out there too. So just watch that, okay? Because we do have that hidden card there, hidden energy there, shall we say. And we've got the 6 of Coins, so a lot of the hidden energy for you is positive. I'm just mentioning that little negative thing, something to be aware of. I feel it's not really negative. I feel like you can challenge the financial institution, say, hey, you allowed that direct debit to come out earlier or that standing order out earlier and you shouldn't have. So it could be that if there's any fees, they will waiver them, but you may still feel a little bit disgruntled that you can't trust the process, even though you signed, on the dotted line for something. 6 of Coins indicates that this month is business as usual. It's kind of like a plateau month where, things are kind of like the same. You're in your kind of energy of responsibilities, duties, having things ticking over nicely. There are some nice surprises though, which is really wonderful there. And that Six of Pentacles, it indicates that, you know, you're going to prioritize what's important and not spread yourself too thin, I hope, because I feel like you're going to be very busy here. You're going to compartmentalize, you know, your responsibilities. But also, I feel this is financial reward, okay? So I do see an energy here of either bonus being talked about or being formalized behind the scenes, something that you should prepare for is what I see there. I mean, also with that Six of Pentacles, it can indicate that you are judging whether you're doing too much for the amount of money that you're actually being offered and you're looking for more reciprocity. So it could be an appraisal that you have. It's very last minute, so it could be a spontaneous, impromptu meeting with your boss. And you talk about the opportunity to grow in your industry, and you may hear that actually the industry is very volatile right now, and they may say that they're not really sure if there's an opportunity, but they will find it and it will be offered to you. And if you're an entrepreneur, this could be you kind of like putting yourself out there. And for some of you, I feel like you're going to make enough money to give back to your community or do something charitable, which will bring you really great karma. I see a lot of great karma coming here for you. Two of Pentacles is about finding the balance between work and play, of course, and, you know, taking a healthy approach to your working environment, managing stress levels, just keeping things ticking over. And of course, this card actually means unexpected developments. Okay, so I'm really excited about that. I feel trust in the process. Something is coming into being or being formulated. Could even be something that you had as an idea that you feel is not completely fully formed, but it will really start to take shape and structure, especially at the end of February. And I feel this energy of launching it later on. So I would say financially, Six of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles indicates maintaining the status quo. You know, I feel like you are focused on a budget. You're keeping a tight rein on your finances and making sure that you try and save there. I'm just going to get some final cards for you before I close your reading. Just to make you aware, there is a rogue card in this deck. It's meant to be there. It's different. Not everybody gets it. In fact, it rarely pops out, but I want you to be aware it's there for a reason. My guys want me to go one more, so I will. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have book. Okay, maybe that's what the typewriter is about. Some of you may be writing a book or maybe doing a course of whatever it is that you do. And it could be that you're doing it and then you're writing a book about it and then you're getting it out there for passive income. It says paperwork, contracts, learning as you go. I think I mentioned that in the energy that came out. Writing, taking a class, education, and law. Now, I didn't get any law cards, okay, but that doesn't mean it's not applicable. Maybe financial structures, you know, learning about that, but also getting someone who is qualified to give you advice on that or help you through the process, very important. But, you know, new knowledge, very important. And I feel this is about you making money as you go, of course. So for some of you, if you're an entrepreneur or you work for a company, it could be that you're learning new skills or downloading new apps or having some sort of new tools or, you know, software or hardware for your working environment that will aid you in streamlining your time and your energy so that you're more time efficient, for example. We've also got gold, okay? So solid finances. I'm hearing a song right now, an actual song. I've been working since daylight, double shift to bring home the money. Okay, work my fingers to the bone. Okay, so for some of you, because there's Two of Pentacles there and Six of Pentacles, this could be that you're doing double shifts or that you're maybe doing a second stream of income or a second job, for example. I mean, that song is by Carol Gianni, okay? And yeah, maybe something you're going to hear. So I feel this is like things paying off because you've been working so hard, but you may feel, because I'm getting an energy from that song, that maybe you feel a little bit unappreciated sometimes. And sometimes you just want to know like that you're on the right path. And I feel like you are on the right path. And there is divine intervention here for you as well to offer you something really wonderful because of all of your hard work. So listen out for that song. It's a really rare song, may not play on the radio, for example, a lot. But when you hear it, it's very precise. So listen out for that. But this card, it says Solid finances, investing, integrity, deep values, banking, long-term position, and satisfying work. That all came out in your February energy of something that you are concerned about at this time. And we've got ornaments. Okay, and it says extra money there as well. I did mention that. That's being formulated behind the scenes. It says mature investment, celebration, retail, beauty, finish work, and retirement. So that also came out in this reading as well. So they're all the energies that were floating around in the Aries energy pool for the month of February. Thoughts, thought forms. That's what I pick up on. People like wondering about things and what is to formulate and come in. So I do see here there's a nice increase at some point in your finances, and whatever it is you're investing in right now, know that you're talented and gifted, and it is going to materialize. Okay, even if you have doubt. We all have doubts from time to time. It's just human nature, but I would say you're overriding any doubt to believe in yourself, back yourself, and you're going to see that your thoughts become things. The clouds are all about thoughts, and then you've got these two very solid cards to say they are becoming things. They are materializing on the earthly plane. They always say, as above, so below. And I definitely see that that applies to your reading for February. So I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a room before we close. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have the clock. Okay, so some of you got deadlines that you're going to hit and meet. This could also be that you are owning your time, being very disciplined. Could also be that, you are splitting your time between a couple of ventures or prioritizing your time so that you can go on a vacation for some of you, or you have a time limit. Some of you, this could be about working visas. You may be looking at, deadlines, filling in like certifications and, spreadsheets and things like that. Could also be that you're looking at expiry dates on documents, contracts, maybe insurance for your business, or perhaps working visas. It could be that there's a time scale or something you need to keep an eye on, or a time-sensitive offer, perhaps. Don't ever feel rushed into a time-sensitive offer, because that normally means the other person's going to benefit bigger than you. Okay, so just watch out for that. We've also got the peacock. So this is a great month to promote your work, to allow yourself to shine, to peacock yourself, as it were. But also this indicates that you are an attractive person in the working environment. And I'm not just talking about aesthetics. I'm talking about the fact that you give your 100%, you go above and beyond, you're passionate and gifted and talented at what you do. And believing in yourself is half the battle. And I feel this is about you attracting attention in the working environment, not just aesthetically because you are attractive, but because, you work really hard. You're invested, and also you are established at what you do. You're someone who is very knowledgeable. So I will leave that there. Also, a clock and a peacock may be signs or symbols to look out for the month of February. But I will leave that there, and I hope something resonates. If you'd like to be given the chance to win a free personal reading from me, all you have to do is envisage the world in a golden healing light. I really feel we're going to need it this year, so that's all I ask of you. A couple of seconds, if we do it collectively, we can all make a difference, because of course our energy from within informs the energy outside of ourselves. There's lots of scientific experiments to prove that our energy, shifts things around us. And if you walk into a room, for example, where two people have argued, but you didn't hear the argument, you walk in, you can feel the tension in the room. That's the energy that has shifted the environment. You can feel it. So if we all collectively envisage the earth in a golden healing light, then we can make a difference. So that's all I ask. And in the comments box below, if you put an emoji of a world and a heart, then, I will enter everyone into a competition to win that free personal reading, and I will announce the winner in February. If you don't have access to an emoji, then just write the words world and heart, and I'll still enter you into that competition. So thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.